Is it possible to predict loneliness? Can we foresee the cold grip of isolation before it takes hold? Loneliness, a universal human experience, is more prevalent in our society than ever before. It's not just an emotional state, but a condition that affects millions globally, stirring a growing interest in its study. Why? Because understanding loneliness might just be the key to mitigating its impact. So we find ourselves asking the question, can we predict loneliness before it strikes? Today, we delve into the intriguing question of whether loneliness can be predicted. Scientists and psychologists have been keen on understanding loneliness, with a wealth of research emerging in the field. This curiosity has led to a myriad of studies aimed at unraveling the factors that might predict feelings of loneliness. One focus of these studies has been on social factors. The idea here is that the quality and quantity of one's social interactions might be a predictor of loneliness. Findings suggest that those with fewer social connections or those who perceive their social interactions to be less fulfilling are more likely to report feelings of loneliness. Another area of research has been the exploration of personality traits. It appears that individuals with certain traits, such as introversion or high neuroticism, are more prone to feelings of loneliness. This doesn't mean that every introvert or every highly neurotic individual will feel lonely, but these traits may increase the risk. A third line of research has delved into the realm of genetic predispositions. Some studies have suggested that loneliness might have a genetic component, implying that some people could be genetically predisposed to feel lonely. This is a complex area of research, and while the findings are intriguing, they are far from conclusive. However, as enlightening as these studies are, they also illuminate the challenges and limitations in predicting loneliness. For one, loneliness is a deeply subjective experience, and what triggers feelings of loneliness in one person may not do so in another. Furthermore, the studies often rely on self-reporting, which can be influenced by an individual's perceptions and biases. Also, while some factors may be associated with loneliness, it's important to remember correlation does not imply causation. Just because two things appear to go together doesn't mean one causes the other. Lastly, the role of external factors, such as significant life events or societal changes, cannot be underestimated. These can greatly impact an individual's feelings of loneliness, yet are often difficult to measure or predict. While these studies provide fascinating insights, they also reveal the complexity of predicting loneliness. Loneliness, it seems, does not discriminate. It can affect anyone, but certain factors might make some more susceptible than others. Let's delve into these factors to gain a deeper understanding. Firstly, living conditions play a significant role. Living alone or being single, devoid of a partner or a family to share daily life, can sometimes create a void, making individuals more prone to feelings of isolation. Secondly, health status is a significant predictor. Poor physical or mental health can lead to isolation, as it might limit individuals' ability to partake in social activities or connect with others on a meaningful level. Chronic illnesses or disabilities can be particularly isolating. Thirdly, let's talk about personality traits. Introverted individuals or those with social anxiety might find it difficult to initiate or maintain social connections. Similarly, individuals with low self-esteem or those who perceive themselves as less attractive may also experience higher levels of loneliness. But remember, these factors are not absolute. They do not guarantee loneliness. For instance, introverts might thrive in solitude, finding comfort in their own company, and those living alone might be perfectly content with their independence. It's a complex interplay of various elements. These factors are not definitive predictors, but they do provide clues on who might be more prone to loneliness. The key takeaway is that loneliness is not inevitable. It's a state of mind that can be understood, managed, and even prevented with the right strategies and support. Predicting loneliness remains an enigma, much like predicting the weather. Throughout our journey today, we've delved deep into the multifaceted nature of loneliness, its predictability or lack thereof, and the numerous studies dedicated to understanding it. We've seen how complex an emotion loneliness truly is, and how it's not merely a product of being alone. We've explored potential contributing factors like genetic predispositions, personal circumstances, societal changes, and even the impact of technology. But despite these insights, predicting who will experience loneliness, when and why, remains as elusive as ever. It's a puzzle that scientists and researchers are still trying to piece together. However, the lack of a definitive answer should not lead us to despair. Instead, it should inspire us to continue our pursuit of understanding this complex emotion. While we may not have a definitive answer, the pursuit of understanding loneliness continues, offering hope for those who find themselves in its grasp.